It's the penultimate part of Marvel vs. Capcom.
Jesus! He just yeeted him.
Yeah. That happened. Whatever. Moving on.
He wants to get a PS5, so he had to destroy everyone in his life.
Sometimes you just have to go to Target and beat up little children.
Yawn.
I love those
Do you prefer
memes.
beating up people your own age, Jova?
Oh, no, sure, I was just talking about the game. It is lost me at this point.
Oh, so you're okay with beating up children? Okay.
Nah.
Wow,
Oh, great! Because this is what I need to be reminded of: the clone of 4 during Civil War,
Oh, right, the one that killed everybody, right?
including Goliath, because that was nice.
That's the thing, Dad. Goliath was literally the one casualty
The one
in Civil
big casualty, yeah. Hell, it was even cited as one of the reasons why Hulk should have killed the Illuminati in World War Hulk.
I'll just say
Wait,
this.
are we talking
know
about
what?
World War One or 2?
No, you
said
World War
Hulk.
Okay.
The follow-up to Planet Hulk.
Yes.
One of the best storylines of the Hulk comic.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll just say this, though. You could tell that most writers in the comic book industry did not like Civil War because they made it quite apparent. They tore apart elements of it. You had characters constantly telling Sally Floyd to her face that she sucked.
That's even better, Jova. When the makers of Next Wave were approached to do that, they answered by having the cover of the supposed tie-in, by having the characters Next Wave having signs up saying "We don't care," and Machine Man having one say that Mark Millar licks goats. So there's that.
Okay, so I haven't read the arc, but everything I've just seen looks incredibly stupid, and for some reason, from my understanding, it's popular.
Are you talking about Civil War?
Yeah.
It's just boring.
Let me put it like this: Civil War is popular in the sense that it's infamous. Okay. Let me put it like this. Back then, people were more split on it because it did raise some interesting ideas, and it did have a lasting impact on the superhero community for a time. Now, the Superhero Registration Act has pretty much been revoked at this point. However, here's the thing. With age, people started to realize the problems with it, and Mark Millar is... Well, he's not entirely a hack, but he's an incredibly egocentric type of writer here.
Yeah.
Who clearly thinks that he's on top of all that stuff, and everything.
So he's the David Cage of comic books?
Not quite. He still can write something good, unlike David Cage. That said, though,
I'm not sure who to compare him with.
Let me put it like this. He's remembered more for his failures because of his ego, even though he has written good stuff.
Let me put it this way, Dej. I like one story from Mark Millar, and that's an asshole story, Old Man Logan. That's it.
I thought you were gonna say Red Sun.
No, well...
He wrote that?
I forgot. I actually have to check.
Red Sun? I don't...
Superman Red Sun.
It's a great comic.
I mean, Red Sun's good, but I don't... Did he?
I don't think it was
I
him.
feel like he did.
I'll check in the meantime.
To the internet.
Yes. Anyway, but, basically, here's the thing about Civil War. Civil War nowadays is just remembered as stuff that led from one bad thing to another. It led eventually to One More Day for Spider-Man. It led eventually to...
that's what I was thinking about.
It pretty much ended with the death of Captain America.
Yeah.
Hey, you wanna know what else it led? Hey, you wanna know what else it led to? The Dark Avengers arc where Norman Osborn took over because of course people lost faith in superheroes to the point where Norman Osborn seemed more trustworthy than Iron Man, and you know what?
Jesus Christ, it's like... No, I can't. It's like one of Lex Luthor took over the Justice League.
Yeah.
That happened.
Not just that, Dej, it was done in the stupidest way possible. During the Skrull invasion or Secret Invasion, Deadpool was supposed to be the one slaying the Skrull Queen, but they wrote that Norman Osborn stole the plan from him, somehow, and used that to kill her and basically doing kill stealing, and then claiming the victory for himself and essentially taking over the world as a result. That is so stupid.
I'll say this.
But yeah, I was checking. Yes, Superman Red Son is apparently a Mark Millar story. I really forgot.
Like I said, he is capable of good stuff. It's just that you remember him more for his bad stuff because it's the only way to keep his ego in check. And he does have one hell of an ego here.
Yeah.
Almost all fucking comic book writers have an ego.
Okay. Some
It depends
writers
on how
are
it
better than
manifests.
others.
For example, compared to the ego that Grant Morrison manifested, that is one thing that requires you, knowledge of mostly the DC universe because he loves to be super referential, even on obscure stuff. But it doesn't, at least normally, doesn't call the readers entitled because they say that it's difficult to read this stuff.
Yeah.
The only major exception I think was for one issue of Final Crisis or something. But compared to something like Mark Millar, which basically says this character sucks, I hate them, and you should hate them too.
Pretty much.
You know.
Okay, now I'm gonna say something positive about this game compared to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I do like how when you activate an Infinity Stone, the character's theme plays, actually. As opposed to,
We good, boys. We got to say something positive in this game. We can go home.
Well, Dad, I kind of already
Ooh, one
said
last
positive
plot.
stuff. But, guys, there's a bit of a plot hole.
Yeah,
there.
Dad, you just roll the credits right now. Don't even upload parts.
Yep.
Good night, everybody. So, game's over, right? Wrong.
Nope.
Not even.
Okay, we get it, game.
So I think the
So
lesson
that
to be
happened.
learned here is where do we go from here? Do you think that Capcom should just make a Capcom-only fighting game?
Yes,
or collaborate with
I'm
somebody
Yeah.
else?
No. I still I firmly believe the first idea is the best solution for everything.
Okay.
I think
And
Capcom should
could-
make their own Super Smash Brothers.
It saves a lot of problems, licensing issues. It doubles the size of the normally Capcom side of a roster, and it allows them to do whatever the fuck they want with it.
Also, Frank
Like-
West, why are you... Okay, Frank West, why are you even still here? Like, I get why he was there earlier for the whole coverage and stuff, but at this point, well, he doesn't really feel like he fits along with them. And I know what you're going to say, that's a crossover, but usually there needs to be a point and purpose here and there. Phoenix and Maya got taken along for the ride on Project Crosszone 2 so much because it was for their safety. With
And
Frank
we needed
West,
a power boost as a result in order to, keep them up.
yeah, Frank West in this situation, he kind of feels a bit out of place.
Wait a
Okay.
minute.
He's covered wars,
It reminds me of the character from City Hunter in Jump Force. He's the one that sticks out because he's the more normal when people like Vegeta, oof,
Oh, everyone shut up. Final part. Let's go.
here we go.
What? Oh no.
We'll see you in the next part.
What?
Technobabble.
See you in the next
Terrence,
part.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
We're
Wait,
not even
what? We're
halfway
not in the
through
next
this part, Terrence.
Why did it just skip to the last part
What?
then? What the
Yeah,
hell?
dude, we're like on 18 and
Bruh.
19, 820.
What did
of
you
part eight,
do?
What?
We're
What?
not even like halfway through yet.
What? What's going
April
on?
is falling
Whatever.
apart.
Whatever.
This is another
just
time
please,
skip.
let's get back on the part. We'll give you a time. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time are you at?
We're at 8:40.
8:41,
Go to 9
8:42.
minutes, and we'll let you. Just go to 9 minutes on the dot.
Ultron, your part in the convergence?
I'm at 9 minutes now.
All right. Hold
Got
on.
it.
We still needed your help.
Why did it do that? I was betrayed.
And now.
Played your part, sure. But, well,
This isn't compelling game. Just move on to the next.
Okay, I will say this. Eric Loomis at least still sounds like he's trying to give a Robert Downey Jr. performance.
Jet, Jetta,
Oh,
Okay, so here's my issue with Tony Stark in this game. They're
God.
trying to do the whole thing as like I constantly tell jokes all the time. It's like there's more to him than just That's
Well, he hides
Make
his
him a
sadness
cat.
and depression with sarcasm and jokes and alcohol.
That's Spider-Man's take. Also, would you rather have him being drunk all the time, Dodge?
no. I just want him to be a character.
I think I
Not
see what.
funny as my personality.
I'm with you there, but it's not easy.
Absolutely. Go get him.
Yeah, because it tastes competent writing.
Okay, let me tell something instead about the story mode.
Okay,
that's
that's
funny.
another positive thing.
That's funny.
That interaction was funny.
See, that's the only reason why he's in there.
Let me also tell something briefly. Similar to Mortal Kombat 9, a lot of the story fights that happen here happen for very petty reasons. Like, it reminds me a lot of that sequence in MK9 where Jax starts beating the shit out of Johnny Cage because he like insulted him or something, or like he annoyed him with his dialogue. Like, come on, there are better ways to start a fight.
So, would you rather... I can't believe I'm saying this, but I kind of liked Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe justification to why they were fighting, because there was, like, some
I will
dark
say-
energy.
I will say yes. But...
Yes, I know the game isn't good, but at
No,
least it's
I'm
something.
trying to analyze it on all aspects of the roster that it has there compared to this one. The motivation, the music used, the type of gameplay that it has, and they are on a similar level, but for different reasons, basically.
I kind of agree with Dids that game comes up with better reasons, at least around
It has a
here
better
and there.
story mode, I will give it that.
Oh, without a doubt, it has a better story mode. Better story interactions, better character motivations.
I don't like some of the costumes though, like Catwoman. She doesn't really look good there.
So, you guys want to know how to learn to do a fucking infinite?
Just beating with a mop.
So, Dids.
No!
What?
Thanos is gonna blow him up like Krillin.
He's ahead again.
Oh, fucking goddamn it!
It's what like
Have you put the
a couple
setting-
seconds and not the fucking part.
Have you
Yeah.
put the setting on the video, augmented speed? Because it might be that.
Maybe just pause for 2 seconds, then on.
Also, just love the fact that the fight did
That
not
fight was
count.
pointless.
Yeah.
So you have us fight him just to have us lose game. God damn it.
He just wants to give them a fighting chance.
Oh no. Thanos is entering in crisis because he learns someone else is simping harder than him.
Oh no.
How
If
dare
I can't
you?
simp death, who will?
So, literally
Not
just-
this. Go on.
Honestly, I feel like that's why Thanos is just a little bit better in the movies compared to the comics because
Because he's
Because he
not a
doesn't. Because he doesn't have a woman holding him down. Yes.
Okay.
yeah, he's kind of a giant simp in the comics.
Okay.
Especially in
Okay.
Infinity Gauntlet. Holy shit.
Okay. Let me put it like this. Starting out, yes, Thanos is definitely a better character in the movies than he is in the comics. However, by the time of, say, Infinity War, Thanos became something interesting in the comics, per se. Not clearly a bad guy, or not clearly a good guy, but someone who was, well, trying to maintain the universe in a sense.
For the record, in case someone in the audience like Shiri might not know, the Infinity War actual comic is different than the actual movie Infinity War.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That's a problem because the Infinity War movie is actually based on Infinity Gauntlet storyline, and I have no idea why the Marvel Studios decide to fuck up with the titles so bad.
Because Infinity War sounds cooler.
Yeah, I think it's literally just because that Infinity War sounds cooler than Infinity Gauntlet.
It's
And
not
honestly,
really.
it kind of does sound cooler.
It is, but but we could have. I get the idea.
But there is a story called Infinity
Yeah,
War.
not
right?
just that. Not just that.
Yeah.
They should have known that the movies would have caused problems, and I guess their answer was like, no one reads comics anyways. Who cares?
You know what they should have called it?
What?
Infinity and Beyond.
No,
Shut up.
just shut up.
Yeah,
Shut
come
the
on.
fuck up.
There, I think for Marvel,
How about War of the Stones? That would have been fine.
I think there's Infinity Gauntlet. I think there's Infinity. There's Infinity War.
Yeah.
Usually, anything with infinity involves Thanos.
Isn't there a storyline called Infinity Sword?
I don't think so. There's also Infinity Crusade.
Maybe they just called it Infinity Universe. Or something.
So, guys, there were more characters in the room. Why is it suddenly just those two that are knocked
Shut up.
down?
Oh, yeah, shut up.
Okay, Ryo, do you actually want to do something?
They went for lunch.
Story
He's got his
consistency?
big, meaty green
What the
hand.
hell is this arbitrary concept?
You see, this is the coolest thing in the entire game.
What,
Is it
Thanos
really?
taking
It's
Satsui?
like-
Thanos with a Sigma.
Yes. Like, he has the Swatsino no Hado.
Could you ever imagine Thanos with the Satsui no Hado? Thanos legally, canonically saying Satsui no Hado.
Yes.
Just wait
that-
until
that
the end.
actu- that's amazing,
Just wait
though.
until the post-credit scene.
Is he dead?
It's like... No,
He's
he's fine.
dead.
What a shame.
Also, this is the second Capcom fighting game in a row where Ryu loses the Swatsino no Hado.
I get the idea we want to really move Ryu from that characterization and fine
Good.
with that. Yeah,
I'm fine
seriously.
with that too.
I have no use for this pebble.
Just...
Okay.
And I
But
think this
someone's-
is the point where Thanos disappears from the story. We'll see him in the post-credit
Yeah,
scene.
he's
He's like,
dips.
you guys got this.
Okay.
I mean, he got what he wanted.
So, bit of a theory here. My guess is that this is clearly sequel bait, probably for them adding in another chapter later on in the game here.
Well,
Yeah,
to be fair,
I mean,
Dej-
this game is done.
to be fair, hold on, Dej kinda has a point because it's a good time to talk about it. After a long time the game actually was out, people actually started data mining for the lulz, and we discovered there was essentially a lot of vacant space. I get the idea that they wanted to establish this as a base, similar to Street Fighter V, and then build up from it. But you know what?
Yeah.
If you're giant as feet of clay, you can't build shit on top of it.
Pretty much.
Like the whole
Wait,
concept
Tio.
of keeping these things going for a long time doesn't really work out in recent years.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
Sheree.
Tio,
It
let
needs
me-
to
let me
have a
put-
good
wait,
start.
Let me put this out. The game is called Infinite, which meant that it was supposed to keep ever growing. So that was the plan.
It's also the problem of the fact that it's clear that despite the minor things, neither of the studio had enough faith in the projects. The project similar to cases like PlayStation Stars Battle Royale, which meant of course that despite them saying, oh no, we'll support this game for a very long time, they essentially canned it after a bit.
It probably
Game's called
didn't
Marvel
help.
vs. Capcom Infinite. Support dies under a year.
It probably didn't help that this game failed to crack even the $1 million sales for quite a lot of time.
Yeah, their sales target was $2
It
million.
also depends
didn't
on
reach
the
it yet.
relationship the company had. For example, like I mentioned in another playthrough, Square Enix still supported the CNT when they had no right to do. But so I get the idea that this was just a matter of not wanting to tank the losses and just dropped it before it got worse.
Square Enix will often when the chips are down, they might, the keyword being might, actually try and salvage something.
Hey, the twist is that Dante was never a trader.
Jeez,
course.
what a shock!
I just love the fact that Dante is the one that saves the day, essentially.
Yeah, actually, Dante, the Soul Stone, they wouldn't be able to use it.
Yeah, pretty much. Not just that, I find it hilarious that the Soul Stone is consistently the most broken of the stone. It always saves the day in one way or another.
Okay,
So it's
this,
like the power of friendship.
What the
Or
fuck?
that one guy from
Christ.
Captain Planet who has the
Okay,
power of heart.
Ultra
I do
Omega, I
like.
think it's called.
I like this form because this literally is a.
Oh,
Mega Man
I'm gonna
boss.
stay straight up. This is the best final boss in the entire franchise of Marvel vs. Capcom. Straight up. Even better than Apocalypse, better than Onslaught, definitely. Better than Galactus, better than whatever the fuck that thing was in MVC2.
You wanna know why?
Abyss.
Because this is actually takes elements from both Marvel and Capcom. It takes advantage of a crossover.
Not just that,
so-
for all that cluster the music is in the game, I really like Ultron Omega's theme because it's essentially an orchestral
Hey,
remix of
Forza!
Sigma's theme from X2.
We'll get into that next part.
But yeah,
So
you
now
know,
it's time for. Go on.
So yeah, now it's time for an actual fight here. But yeah, Forrest back. But yeah, I will actually say this. While I prefer Galactus, I won't deny what we're about to get is actually a pretty cool final boss.
Alright, see you in the
See
next
ya.
part.
For
See ya.
the crappy conclusion, see ya.